Hi, it's Trevor Emdon here again. About a couple of years ago, I quit my day job, and some people thought I was crazy, which is inevitable. Uh, and a lot of people thought and still think that I was very brave because I didn't have any safety net. I didn't have a plan B or no real idea what I would do if it didn't work. And you'll notice, I hate the air quotes really, but I make air quotes because it not working out wasn't in my mental vocabulary, as it were. It had to work out. I decided I no longer wanted to be in that day job. I'd done it for longer than I'd intended to. I had other things I wanted to do while I still had the time and the energy and the ideas and the desire and the drive to do them. And so what people have asked me many times, both before, once I decided to quit, and since, is, well, how did you do that? How did you take that amount of risk? And I tell them that I believe in myself. And they say, well, what do you mean? You're a very clever chap. And I go, no, I'm clever at some things and I'm really rubbish at other things. Ask my wife. I'm an ordinary guy. I have some talents and skills and some strengths and some weak spots, just like the rest of us, of course. But I'm aware of my uniqueness. We're all unique. That doesn't make me special, but it doesn't make me ordinary either. Each of us is extraordinary. Each of us. There has never been and never could be another you, even if you're an identical twin. You may look similar to somebody else, but you don't think the same thoughts. Sometimes you might. I know twins tell me they do that, but not all of them. Thank goodness for that, the twins will say. Right? I don't want you knowing what I think in my quietest, most private moments. Who would? So, and you don't have the same experiences, and you don't share the same ideas, and you don't probably share all the same beliefs. And in fact, whoever you are, I would say to you that despite the fact that there are 7 billion or so people on this little blue planet of ours right now, you will never meet anyone who agrees with you about absolutely everything. You've got a unique way of expressing yourself, unique way of walking, talking, the whole shebang, right? So there's that. Then I said, I trust the greater intelligence, whatever you call it. I don't consider myself religious. In fact, I'm definitely not religious in any orthodox meaning of the word. But I have become increasingly aware, as I've got older, that there is an intelligence way beyond mine which seems to know what it's doing in terms of everything from keeping the planet spinning around the sun to growing my fingernails and a million other things in between, billions of other things in between. I have no idea how those things work, but they do, don't they? And one of the things that works that's miraculously mysterious, enigmatic, and wondrous to me is that I have thoughts and ideas that come from seemingly nowhere. We all do. Most of us, sadly, as we get to adulthood, start to dismiss them. We say, oh, it's just your imagination. Stop dreaming, you're a grown-up now. All that kind of rather sad stuff, I think. Because we have that faculty as human beings. We have the ability to dream and imagine and have desires and to create and invent. No other species does this. We have those dreams and desires, and each of us has a different one, or different ones. Uniqueness. Years and years ago, I remember reading in a book, and I don't even know if this is true, but I believed it at the time, and it probably is true, that somewhere in the tropics there is a species of fly which, when it's under attack or threatened by its main predator, which are birds, it camouflages itself as the head of a flower. Now, not just one fly, but the whole swarm comes together and camouflages itself as the head of a flower, which means that every fly in the colony has its own place, and each individual insect knows where it belongs. So as soon as there's a bird in the sky above, the colony goes bzzz, comes together, and the whole thing looks like the head of a flower. Imagine the intelligence behind that. Each individual fly knows its place. Monarch butterflies, which appear by the thousand, the tens of thousands apparently every year in Mexico, I think I'm right in saying, they will migrate thousands and thousands of miles and breed on the way and on the way back. So when they return, the butterflies that return are actually, I think, something like the great-grandchildren of the butterflies that left. But they return, each one, to exactly the same tree. Now, I have no idea how these things work. Nobody does. But they do work. And if something as small as a butterfly, with a brain that is smaller than a pinhead, knows how to return to the same tree without the benefit of navigation equipment like we can create, then I think that I'm prepared to trust the thoughts and ideas that come to me. But more than that, I'm prepared to trust that I can turn them into reality. Now from there, I needed a plan. You would need a plan. Now I didn't have a plan beyond I'll trust myself to have the ideas and to execute them and turn them into something that's valuable to others in a way that they will pay me for. Now that was the end of 2013. We're nearly at the end of 2015 as I record this, and I'm still here. It works. But so many people have asked me, how did I do it? And what I did was I used, and still do, a lot of my training in something called NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. But the way I use it is to use my mind to, when I feel fearful or self-doubt, and of course I feel those things too, but they're not reasons to stop having the life that I want. They're things to become aware of, and I use them as guideposts, and I know how to intercept them and change them pretty much instantly. And what I also used was my training as a teacher of metaphysics, which I originally learned from a lovely lady called Jill Edwards, who sadly passed away a few years ago. But metaphysics, law of attraction, all that kind of stuff. And I blended the two together and made a life style out of them and a living out of attracting opportunities, money. Things show up in my life all the time. Now, you do need some practical skills as well. And so quite a lot of my living now I make online. And I am fairly technically competent in terms of I know how to put up a website and do all kinds of things on Facebook and that kind of stuff that some people still say to me, yeah, but you know all this stuff. So I kind of also figured out that there are ways to do all of that which are absolutely free and don't require that you have a website, they don't require that you have a product, they don't require that you have a mailing list, they don't even require you to have, at this point, a merchant account. People will still be able to pay you. It's really simple. The tools are all available and they're free. So because people ask me to coach them in how to have the right mindset to follow their own dreams, and some of those people ask me, how can I make my living online? I decided to put together an entire workshop on how to do all of that, from starting with how to have the right mindset, right up to the nuts and bolts of how to put it together online, if that's what you want to do. An entire workshop. And I decided I would do it online and show people so you can have that. You can have it. So I've done it. It's called How to Increase Your Self-Worth, so people will pay you a fortune in the next 30 days or less. I can't guarantee a fortune, but they'll start paying you, and they will pay you. They started paying me within 3 weeks enough money so I didn't have to go back to work. And I didn't even have that plan when I left work. I didn't know that I could do that at that point. I learned it. So I will show you in this workshop how to value yourself, how to actually change your mindset so that you value yourself, so that people out there will become your fans and want to pay you to be you in some specific way, and how to believe in your own success so that you actually start attracting it. I'll show you how to make clear, confident decisions so that you can boldly step forward and start actually building a life that you love and that other people love you for. I'll show you how to trust in your dreams so that they actually start turning into reality. And then I will also show you the nuts and bolts in case you want to start online, simple, easy, free tools that you can put together starting today. And it doesn't take long to do. In fact, it's very, very quick to do. But I realise if you're a beginner, it might take you just a little bit longer. You know, a few hours rather than a few minutes. That kind of time difference. And you can have the whole thing. So, this workshop is available now on video. Now, I don't know when you'll be watching this. I'm starting it off at a discounted price, but it won't stay at that discounted price. So whatever the price is, and it'll be somewhere on this page, probably below this video today, may be different from the time I'm recording it. So if you'd like it, look below or somewhere near the video. You'll see the price that it is right now. Grab it now. It's only going to be a few dollars. I mean, it's going to be the least it'll be is about $27, I think. But then it will be double that or more in the near future. So for a limited time, it's available for $27. If you've missed that limited time, sorry about that, but that's how it is. So I hope that's helpful. And I would like you to know, even if you don't buy the workshop, it's a 2-hour video, by the way, nearly 2 hours. Even if you don't buy it, I hope that's inspired you. It's possible. Start believing in you, because you're special, and it's other people know that about you. Otherwise, they wouldn't take any notice of you. They wouldn't be your friends. They wouldn't be your lover. They wouldn't want to be your colleague. They wouldn't invite you to parties and out for drinks or whatever. Hopefully nobody's in that situation. And if you are, then it's not because you're not loved. It's because you believe you're not lovable. And that's a sad place to be. So I hope that's not you. But we're all unique. And that uniqueness makes you valuable in every sense of the word, including that some people will want to pay you to be you in some special way. And that's what I teach you in this workshop. So I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye for now.